This is how all this knowledge is couched in our Vedic mantras and all. There is a lot of Ayurveda, agriculture, and everything. Everything is there in our Veda. That's why Veda Vidya is supreme Vidya. It is a thing. But people have no time to turn to Veda because we have taken diversions. And we are always fond of the Udara Nimittam Bahukrata Vesham. Shankaracharya said in Bhajagovinda Stotram, Jatilo Mundi Mulunchida Kesha Kashayambara Kandaradari and Udara Nimittam Bahukrata Vesham. This is what is required. But people have taken, but they should not. Yasya Chittam Brahmani Ramate Nandati Nandati Nandatyeva. The same Sankara has told us that ultimately that Yasya Chittam Brahmani Ramate, whose mind will take interest in our Vedic learning, and the gods, the element, the divine people that have been told in the Vedas are taken care, and their nature, their habits are being derived in our behavior. See, why should you read Veda? We want to imitate. We want to derive lessons from the gods because they are all very good. For example, Vaikuntha Purusha Prana in Vishnu Sahasranama, Purusha Prana, Pranadaha, Prajivana or Margaha, all these names are not only to make the Vishnu or the God great. All those features have got to be adopted in our life depending upon the circumstances in which we are placed. That is the lesson. For example, you ask Medha Devi or you ask Manu Devata, the war god, to come to you because he has to give you enough energy, enough power so that you will be able to work and accomplish what is that. And all the Astra Vidyas or Shastra Vidyas, they are all Veda Vidyas. And there are the Adidevatas. When you make Upasana, when you get Siddhi, the Devatas will come and take seat in you. And whenever you remember them, they come out. So actually, Shankaracharya gave a promise to his mother that, Amma, whenever you want me, I will be there. So at the last breath of her life, she remembered Shankara and she died. Then Shankara, where he was in Himalayan mountain somewhere, he just came there to the feet because he promised his mother he will perform the rites against sannyasa thing. Because these acharyas, they try to change the pravaha of the tradition. Because we can't always believe the Vedic tradition to be noble and follow and there are circumstances. You have to have deviations. And that kind of deviations have been done by great acharyas like Shankara and Manuja. So for example, Shankara has said that sannyasis can perform the rites. And again, Ramanujacharya said, need not be only Brahmin to study Veda or these things. You can be anybody, but birth itself is a noble thing. Janmana jayate sudra samskara jayate. That's what is Manusmriti. So in the inner samskara makes you to turn Veda, makes you turn to the God, makes you to go to temple, not always to theaters. So this kind of attitude, some people are there who never go to temple, who always go there, but they get vexed with this theater going. They think at least one time because of it. So anything, what is permanent may not be attractive. What is temporary is always attractive. So we love to go more and more with temporary attractions rather than the permanent one. Gold is more superior than the Uma gold or any other metal. Therefore, our Vedic, we have to always have Veda Vedye Pare Pumsi, Parapumsa Rama or any Purusha, Veda Purusha. Purushukta tells you who is that Veda Purusha. He has got 4 forms. And that Supreme Brahma is called as Purusha in our Purushukta. That Purusha, he cannot be searched in the Vedas because all people cannot go to that. And he has taken the form of Ramayana when by Prachetas, that Valmiki Maharshi, the Prachetas, another Brahma is. So when Valmiki Maharshi put in the form of Ramayana, a book, a Kavya, then Veda Purusha Rama, Vishnu, has become a Rama, the hero of the whole thing. Veda Vedye Pare Pumsi Chate Dasarathatmaji became as a son of Dasaratha. And Vedaha Prachetasasya Sakshat Ramayana Atma. Veda Atma. Where is the Veda Atma? Where do you see the body of Rama, of Veda? It is in Ramayana. Where is the person found to be searched in Vedas? It is Rama. That's why Ramanama, if you say 3 times, our Veda Vyasa tells that you will get 1,000 names or more names uttering of the Vishnu. or the greater God, because Rama is Ra is 2, Ma is 5 in our alphabet. 2 into 5, Rama, Rama, Rama 3 times. So when you say Rama, Rama 3 times, 2 into 5, 10, 10 into 10, 100, 100 into 10, 1000. Done. That is what beautiful calculation. So he says, Shiva says to Parvati, Rama, Rama, Rameti, Rame, Rame, Manorame, Sahasranamata. I'm telling this because tradition can be diverted. Tradition can be taken to adjustment, but the tradition flow must be respected.
Yes.
That's what we want, because we cannot, now today we are uttering mantras, we should remember in the manner that the Rishi who got the mantra uttered the mantra. So there are so many preservation methods. I'll talk about how our Veda pronunciation is pakka. Similar to that way that has been pronounced by our Veda Rishis, Vishwamitra or Vasishtha or Agastya or anybody. And therefore, when we observe the swara, when we observe the correct pronunciation and vibhajana and all that, we are Rishis only. Rishis are not different from us. That's why Veda, that's why there is a statement, Veda vidhi brahmani sarva devata tishtanti, and tasmad brahmanam društva naslilam bhashayet, brahmanam društva namaskuryat. Veda itself tells us. Veda vidhi brahmani, anybody who knows Veda, sarva devataha tishtanti, all gods are seated or they remain with Veda Pandit. Sarva devataha tishtanti, tasmat brahmanam društva naslilam bhashayet. You should never criticize a Brahmin. But because a Brahmin has to keep up his integrity and character and serenity of the personality and the subject. So you should not market the Veda and demand. If a Purohit goes and is given 600 rupees dakshina, he will not say, no, I don't come to you unless I'm given 2,000 rupees. Never should have. So that's why they said that Sotsaha Paramiti Dakshinam Dadyat. So they put down the rule. Utsaha, whatever the mind of the Yajamana tells him, he will just give you reward. And also there should be that kind of beautiful understanding between the Purohit and all that. So Veda Vidya Brahman, Veda Vidya, we can keep on quoting so many things which are impact, which are beneficial for the contemporary world. Oh, Vedas are somewhere, then why do you bother 2000 BC, 3000 BC, 3000? All BCs or ADs are no meaning to them. That's why Valmiki Maharshi says you cannot date the Veda. If at all you attempt, your head will break into 1,000 pieces. It is only Max Muller who started the game of dating. He wrote the first history of Sanskrit literature, Veda literature, and his students, MacDonald and Keith and all, they started continuing. Everybody is trying to assign date for the Vedas. But our Valmiki Maharshi or Veda Varasa, then he said, this is all Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana has not got any fixation of dating. Whatever it is older, that's why it's a Harsha Sampradaya, we call it Harsha Sampradaya and Harsha Sabhasu. When you say Harsha, no Rishi can have a date of birth. We don't know any date of birth of any Rishi. They are Rishis, they are born, that's all. They have done a lot of work, they disappeared. So with this kind of universal attitude, when we approach the Veda, it will definitely reveal to us. When Anjaneya went to the Sanjeevani mountain, that mountain, on the advice of Jambavan, the mountain did not appear to him. It's a cosmic mountain. Where can you find it? So he just made prayer. I have come for the Rama and Lakshmana. All people are in danger. I want one help from you. So Sanjeevani Parvata appeared to me. When he made a prayer, the mountain itself appeared. When he was not able to recognize Sanjeevani, then he made again prayer. Please allow me to take you up, uproot up and bring you up. So he brought the entire mountain. As he was holding the mountain in the air, because of the air, in the air that flowed from the herbs, all people got up. That is the magic of the Karanis, Sanjeevani and all those things. We take the name Sanjeevani, we don't know what is the meaning. But by name, that's why we must know that Veda is the source book for the rise of entire mansions of knowledge. So many people build So that's why that's why he says Shankaracharya says Vedo nityam adhiyatam taduditam karma swanushtiyatam. And Veda, every day you read Veda, and whatever has been dictated there, follow it because it's a Prabhu Samhita. And again, Vrutha ma vakyam ucharyatam. Don't use wasteful sentences because you never find wasteful sentences in any Veda. No sentence is wasteful in Veda because every sentence has got signification. If not you understand, another person will understand, give you meaning. Ekachame, tisrastame, panchachame, like that. So Ekachame is only one God. So 1, 2, 3, 4, all this arithmetics that you find in our Vedas is representing the gods. When you talk about 8, Ashtavasus are there. When you talk about 12, Dvadas Adityas are there. 12 Adityas are there. When you talk about 11, Rudras are there. So like that, through numbers also we make prayer to the gods and bring all of them collectively to our sacrificial hall. So Amma, this is the Veda. I don't know how much time still you permit me. It's a very extensive knowledge. You can't build a dam for that. You can only have bridges to go to different sections of knowledge and because it's a multidisciplinary system. So you can go to any discipline you want, provided you have got that faculty, you have got the gadgets, and you have got the interest, and you have got the pursuance effect. That's what we call research. So when you have got the research mind to be able to unearth things for your convenience, it is all anveshana. So Valmiki gives you beautiful definition. Vyaktam anveshate bhuyaha. What is research is what is already visible and available that you are trying to find out. So in research level we say only findings. We don't say they're all inventions. That's why I still tell I have not invented anything. I have only discovered. So what we do is all discoveries. So discover Veda and get all sorts of benefit. In fact, you will put a question, sir, you are a Vedic student, what is your experience? Yes. Difficult to say, but still we find unusual ananda if you are happy. And not only that, with your talk and with your expressions and all that, you can make others also lose their worry and stress. Because all stressful people only approach gurus. And gurus don't give 1 lakh rupees to your pocket and say, go and solve your problems. No. They themselves are pauper. If at all you give fruits, they will use it for after Naivedya. So, gurus are only sugataihi subhashitaihi prabodha padavim prapnuvanti guravaha. That's what Bana says. Sugataihi subhashitaihi. All subhashitas are there in our Vedas. So, the two sugata, easily understandable and practical ones. Sugataihi subhashitaihi and pramodha padavim prapnuvan. They will make you relieved of your worries and you feel fresh energy. So that is what gurus do it. Therefore, our Veda, we should understand, is Mr. Everybody and Mr. Everything. And when it is Mr. Everything and Everybody, we have to pick it up whatever you want. Because whatever your friend wants, and we choose that. That's what is application. So the applications are also there. And see, for example, Dasharatha wanted son. He had only one daughter, Santa. He got married and went away. Then Dasharatha and all his wives were worried. Nobody in the house. What to do? Then that Vasishtha Maharshi said, perform Putra Kameshti. So he performed Putra Kameshti. Then there was opportunity for Rama to Vishnu to be born. So when God has to be born, as according to Vedas, they have also some avatars, they have got to go through Garbhavasa. So Rama, as a Vishnu, though maybe Vishnu, he remained in the Kausalya Garbha for 10 months. Somebody says 12 months. So afterwards you see Kausalya Adanayat Rama. So Garbhavasa Dukkha, even the gods have got also to go through. It is a nature. It's a Prakriti. When they want to get into Prakriti and make some kind of corrections of the Prakriti, they have to go through the Prakriti Gunas and all that. So only Krishna Avatara, for example, is a god and man. But in Rama Avatara, he is Pakka man. He doesn't know he is Mahavishnu. So, but both the aspects have been shown to us, and they're again both Vedic people. So, Veda is being promoted by them as God and Manushya and Madhava. Say Madhava and also Manushya, but here only Manushya and other avatar. So when you talk about this avatara system, again from the Vedas only. In Karangudi Nakhotpanna Narayana Dasakrude, when you say, when Agastya was taught that by Agriva, that is, unless that kind of twang is there by Devi, Prasikti. So Vedas are again Shakti Swarupas. Every mantra is a Shakti Swarupa. And only you have to activate that Shakti. And once you are Shaktivan, you will be Vijayavan. So that is what is Vedama. I think I should stop. I'm crossing the whole time.
No, that is okay. I started thinking of doing half-hour segments. I just could not stop you. You just mentioned that even just for Rigveda, you need 40 years of learning. And with my simple question, it is hard to concise and put it in a capsule like.
But
as you said, dating it.
I think I'm trying to cover the whatever questions you are likely to put and want to cover.
Right,
all
exactly.
these are covered in general. Huh?
Absolutely. You have done so eloquently, really journeyed me and also our viewers with so many aspects and angles of what Veda really means and how one should be responsible. And so beautifully said. And we have few more minutes. If you want to take up 10 more minutes, that should be fine. Actually, if you want to say just only on that topic of what is Veda, we'll just stick to that. And so, but I mean, how did it come into being called like that? With, I know that is the dhatu, Veda. What does it mean actually?
I gave you the percentage. Veda means with knowledge. With is the root, dhatu. With to know, to inquire, to pursue, to understand. All that is implied in the word with. The noun form of the with is called Veda. So that means whatever you derive, whatever you should. In fact, I told you, the education is to know what you know and also to know what you do not know. So where you do not know to know, the Veda comes into picture.
Very nice.
And when you go to that Veda, you will also come to know, oh, I know this. Oh, I know this. I know this. Then you will come to say, I don't know this. I don't know this. So I know this. I don't know this. All are answered in the Vedas. So I think like that. See, Manyurindro, Manyureva, Sadevo, Manyuho. Understand? This line you take. Who is Manyu? Then you got the answer there itself. Manyurindro. Indra is Manyu. Manyu is Agni. Manyu is Rudra. So let me say, you don't know these names. But these names are packed into this Manyu Shabda, Manyu word. And basically Manyu means anger. Manyu means energy, high energy. So unless we have energy, we cannot work. Rama is a man fighting with Rakshasa. You remember Ravana. Ravana is not tired. Rama only gets, that's why Tato Yuddha Parisrantam Samare Chintaya Sthitam. All his arrows were not working upon Ravana. So there was a Chinta. It is a Samara Chinta and it's a Vijay Chinta. Therefore, only for Rama, though Mahavishnu said, Yuddha Parisranta. Ravana is not Parisranta. So that's a different topic, I can say that. He is always ready to fight. But he is not. Rama is almost man. Therefore, Guru has to come with gods and give him a courage, Shakti. Who is that Shakti? Surya Shakti. Aditya Hridaya. So Surya Bhagavan is the energy, unfailing energy. All energies will fail except Saura Shakti. Even if there are clouds and rain and snow and all that, we get the light in the daytime. And therefore, at the end of every Veda learning or any book learning, we make a prayer, Shanti Mantra we call it. That's what I have not done it. I'll explain it to you. Sahanau Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu sahaviryam karavavahai tejasvina avadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. This is the concluding part of our Vedic things. Because sahana avatu, when you are touching the Veda, is a magnetic world. When you enter into that magnetic world, there are so many difficulties also. You should know to get out. It's not Chakravyuha. Therefore, when we are in that Vedic power, then we should not be burnt and we should not be troubled. We should be happy. That's why Sahana, the Guru and Sishya both are irked in that complex. You know, when we go to temple, there is a Dvajastambha. You have to leave your chappal just before the Dvajastambha. Beyond Dvajastambha, you are not supposed to go with chappals or footwear, isn't it? And you have to give up all your, when you read the chappals, it means you have to leave all your worries, all your mundane things, etc. Go with a pure, clean mind to the God so that you can write something. So up to Dvajastambha, we are allowed to do. That's why Saha. And beyond that, you are under the magnetic field of the God, Sanctum Sanctorium. Therefore, Sahana Avatu, who should take care of you? Even Guru and Sishya are nobody, weak. So the Acharya, the Devatas must take care that these two working fellows must not be harmed, hampered. Sahana Avatu. And whatever benefits that are there because of their learning and because of their approach to the gods, whatever they give us, Sahana Bhunaktu, it should be a common enjoyment between Guru and Sishya. Only Guru cannot be benefited, nor Sishya. That's why when I teach one's mantra, I am benefited more than you. Because mind is working, and when I am giving ideas, you are also getting the kind of happiness. So the Sahana, and Sahana Bhunaktu. And because of that kind of Bhojana, Bhunaktu is Bhojana. Both of us eat. The Guru and Sishya both enjoy. Because of Bhojana that we have got, of the Vedic Bhojana we have today,
Yes.
what happens with Vedic Bhojana? Sahana Bhunaktu, Saha Viryam Karavavahi. Viryam comes to us, energy. Saha Viryam Karavavahi. And after Virya, you should get Kirti. Bhima is having 1,000 elephants balam with him, is it not? But he should have opportunity to kill all the other four fellows. Sahasranaga Balaha is Bhima. Vasuki presents that kind of varam for him. So and the 5 champions are there. Duryodhana, Kichaka, and Bakasura, and this Jarasandha. If one fellow were to kill the other fellow, the same fellow will kill all the 4 fellows. That is the condition. So Bhima was able to ultimately destroy Duryodhana. He was the last hero to be. That's why Tejasvina Avade. Tejas means Kirti. So your Tejas is ultimately whatever you learn, all that learning must give you checking of your character, conduct and knowledge and help to the others. That's why we call Tejasvina. In fact, I remember when Dr. S. Radhakrishnan declared the completion of Mahabharata project, which was 50 years in Bhandarkar Oriental Institute, Pune, 50 years, 10 editors, complete works of Mahabharata editions. There on the banner, they had put the sentence, Tejasvina Avadhitamastu. So whatever 50 volumes of Mahabharata they brought out for 50 and more years, all those volumes must be used by the people. It's a treasure house of Mahabharata, taking the almost all manuscripts available in the world. Even in America, it is not true. Even in America, California, Berkeley University, there is one person, Professor Goldman. I don't know whether you heard his name or not. You can go and meet him. He's in Berkeley University, and he and his wife both are PhD in Sanskrit. Chairman of the Department of Sanskrit or Indic Studies. I went to meet him, and I found on his table all the Ramayana editions in the world. And actually, when I entered, I mean, my nephew took me. I want to meet Goldman. Where is Goldman? Then suddenly he stood up, 6 feet fellow. Hey, Prabhakar, you come. I am here buried in these Ramayana books. Because his rooms, the chambers were below. So all books he had kept on his table, and he was just working inside. Why I am quoting this is, I am remembering this at this instance because it is like the Tejasvina Avadhitamastu. And he attended the International Ramayana Conference in Baroda, Oriental Institute. I was also there. I talked about the crisis Ramayana and Ramayana, and he presented one. Each volume is $600, but Indians can't buy that. So he presented the entire at that time. So why I am telling? So Tejasvina Avadhitamastu. And his wife was there. She's also PhD assisting him for the Ramayana project. And I asked her, well, when you are doing so much work, they were working in Kishkinda Kanda. And then I asked her, do you get good sleep when you're completely engaged? Yes, sir, you are putting a good question. I always see monkeys and rakshasas in my dream. So much absorption with the subject and then trying to think and trying to put it out. So that's what is called Tejasvina Avadhitamastu. So we always say that you and your guru should be protected when you are learning Vedas. They are very divine ones. They are very divine. You are touching the Deva, the magnetic world. It's a fire. So when you enter into fire furnace, you should be protected by them himself. Nobody is there. And then you should have an equal common enjoyment. And after common enjoyment, both must be prosperous. So this is what is the ultimate aim which our Rishis have done as a Santi mantra to be recited at the end of each Vedic session, which we do it. So today also we do it. One is that we should be protected in the Vedic learning and we should enjoy the fruits and benefits of that. And whatever we enjoy, we should develop energy from that. And from that energy, we should become famous. Very good, Amma.
This is so beautiful. Thank you so much, Prabhakar Garu. So that one question really walked us through a beautiful journey. Thank you so much for your time and your enthusiasm and sharing this knowledge. And we will come up with more questions in the next episode. Thank you so much again.